It's showtime.
People here kind of know Lee's work because of Pingu versus The Thing. Has anyone seen that before on YouTube? The original, the Pingu version, has had over 1 million hits on YouTube, I believe.
It did. In its first 2 weeks, it had a million hits, and then it got taken down by the people that own Pingu. Because it ended up in the newspapers and everything, and everyone was talking about it. It was just one of those things, one of those ridiculous viral videos, and they caught wind of it, and they didn't like it, and they took it down straight away. There were just no negotiations or anything. Bang.
So was that how Claycat was born then?
That's how Claycat was born. The Claycat characters, they had just like Pingu rip-offs. I had to make my own original characters.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
That's why Postman Pat's no longer available online, because they were scared and like, you gotta leave children's TV alone. People are getting upset, man.
So how did it all start? Where did it come from?
I did a competition for the Empire magazine called Done in 60 Seconds. The film I did was Evil Dead. I've always done a bit of stop motion here and there, but I never took it seriously. But I did that film and it got such a great response, and from then on I just continued it and just, tried to repeat the success.
Mm-hmm. Success is the right word, because you're now really in demand, aren't you? You're being approached to do a number of different things. Do you want to tell us a little bit about kind of what's come out of it?
Okay, there's the Tears for Toilet short film that you saw, which is a horror anthology film made of 26 segments, and I got involved with that through a competition. Like, I won a competition to represent the letter T. And since then, I've been approached by loads of other cool director people saying, hey, what are you doing? What do you want to do? And would you be interested in doing this? And there's a lot of things I can't talk about, but one that's, doing the rounds on the internet is a director called Ben Wheatley, who wants to collaborate with me on a crazy prison exploitation, Riccio claymation. Everyone keeps asking if it's still happening, and the question is, yeah, in a nutshell. But these things are slow go.
Mm-hmm. And the music videos that we saw in there, did the bands approach you to do the videos for them?
Yeah, I've never approached anyone really. I get asked all the time by musicians if I'll do videos for them, and 90% of the time it's like, I should be honoured to make the video for them. I'll get a credit and everything. And it's like, oh, buzzing! I'll just waste a month of my life. No, but yeah, those guys that got the music videos, they're the guys that coughed up money, and I'm happy to work for money. That's what it's about.
Does anyone in the audience have any questions for Lee? No, hey,
yeah. Evil Dead ones are fantastic. Are you going to finish the trilogy and do Army of Dark?
I hate Army of Darkness. Sorry. I know there's so many Evil Dead fans that really enjoy that film, and I mean, it's not a bad film, but in the Evil Dead universe, I mean, it don't, in my mind, it don't fit in, and I'm quite unforgiving towards the Army of Darkness.
So that's a no.
No.
Okay, so what's happening next then? What are you working on at the moment?
I'm currently shooting a short film called An Alien Claymation. Something quite ambitious, like raising the bar of my animation techniques, because it's the stuff that you've seen tonight. A lot of it's really primitive, and then stuff's like amateur. It ranges, and I'm getting there slowly. I'm upping my production value, so that's what I'm hoping to do this next shot, and that one's almost finished and should be on the internet by the end of November. And then after that, I'm making a music video for an American DJ called Kill the Noise. Mm-hmm. I've never heard of him before, but he got the money.
And you're talking there just about your work developing, kind of what period did that cover? How many years of your work have we seen on the screen there?
That's all 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all that we've done in the last 2 years, the stuff that you've seen today.
So I mean, even within that period, there's obviously quite a development.
Oh, of course.
Style,
I didn't know anything about claymation. I just made it up as I went along. I had to guess about the logistics of it all. I never visited the studio, never had any education, and so as you make a film after film after film, you just develop, you learn, and you learn what to do and what not to do.
How has it gone down at other festivals, kind of across Europe? Did they get the humour?
Yeah, it went down all right. Yeah, people really genuinely seem to enjoy it, which always surprises me. It's a weird thing. It's a weird feeling. Like I've made plenty of short films in my time, and it's like you show them to people, and you don't really get a reaction out of them. They go, "Oh, it's not bad." No, and then you show them stuff like this, and you get like a proper genuine response. Like, "Oh man, that was amazing!" And then they shake my hand, and I'm like, "Wow, yeah, I'm there."
I see genre audience for you, like, these guys are great, you know.
I love you guys, genre audience.
Any more questions for later? Yep. Right.
I love the raid and your version of the raid. Do you ever get any feedback from the original directors? Do you ever get
Yeah, it's a guy called Gareth Evans, is that right? Oh, he loves it. He sent me like messages sort of like directly on Twitter saying, you know, great job and everything. And he was already familiar with my work because his best buddy is involved in the ABC's Death film, so he'd seen Tees for Toilet, and so when he found out I was making the raid, he was like really stoked. He's like, no way.
Okay.
There's a common factor between all the films seems to be like a sense of claustrophobia. You can, there's the tunnels and the getting the boxes and everything. As your production values get bigger, do you think you might lose that? Because that seemed to be a theme within all the films.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I make things more difficult for myself, like, you know, I like to get the free walls in there and the room, and what that does is it makes it harder for me to animate. I don't know what will happen if I were ever given a lot of money and a crew, and I don't know what would get lost or anything. I don't know, I just can't imagine what will change, but yeah, we'll hope to keep a lot of my mad methods that I've developed over the years into that side of things.
And if people want to check out your work online, on YouTube, what's the best, how do they find you?
Just search for my name, Lee Hardcastle.
Simple enough. Cool. Right, well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Martin, for having me. Thank you, Leeds, for sticking around, watching my films and listening to me talk.
Okay. Cheers, thanks very much.